Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Natalie and this is Eve's Rising Tarot, and this is a general collective love reading for the person on your mind. It's good for all signs and this will be a timeless reading. So whenever you find it, if it connects with you, if it gives you hope and new awareness and insight and shows you a path forward that feels more encouraging and hopeful, then it's for you. Because it's a general reading, you want to keep that in mind as you listen, and make sure to connect with your intuition. That's very important. It will help you to discern what messages are meant for you to take and what's meant to be left behind for someone else. And in this reading, we'll get into your person's energy towards this connection, both of your energies towards one another, and a little bit of clarification and insight into that. The strongest connecting and crossing love energies right now. And then we'll kind of shift the reading to you. What you need to see, release, act upon, don't act upon, whatever comes out, the guidance will be more geared towards you. And with that in mind, let's get into it. Let's start with your person's overall strongest energy towards this connection at this time. What is your person's energy towards this connection right now? Okay, so first we have family, blood ties, inner circle. Your person sees you as somebody who is as close and important to them as own blood, their own family. They consider you their inner circle and somebody that they value and would protect. All right? Recharge, breathe, let go, and clear the mind. This person may be taking a step back and feeling a need to step out of being within this connection to really get more clarity and a different perspective and vantage point by stepping back from it. Your person is kind of going through a sense of needing to release control, to calm themselves so that they may see clearly and understand what's happening within them and within this connection. So your person could have, stepped away from you. You guys may not be speaking. Running, escape, denial, and excuses. So I need to let go of this possible old behavior of running, to clear their mind, to understand what caused them to run. What was the trigger? What was the aspect that made them feel that strong underlying current and power and need to let go or to run away from you in this connection? Clearing their mind, helping themselves to understand what excuses they've made to justify behavior, how they've turned the other cheek to look away from what's important in this connection. And your person is really taking a step back from the intensity of being in it so that they can see the forest, through the trees, right? There was no clarity coming to them while they were in it, in the thick of it with you. They had to pull back so that they could find peace and understanding and an understanding of what's happening. Okay, so we have these two. If anything comes to you when you look at these images, when I hold up the cards, please trust your intuition. Divination, tarot, oracles, they're no more than a tool to help you strengthen and trust your own intuitive guidance. Your higher mind, the higher realms that you are dimensionally part of, communicate to this realm through emotion and imagery. So this is very important to remember as you listen to the reading. Okay, I'm gonna put these up here so this could also be your person stepping back, recognizing that there is an intensity of connection felt to you, this blood ties, this family. They feel you're somebody very profound and important in their experience. And they're stepping back and clearing their mind and letting go of the grip of what they're trying to accomplish has allowed your person to see that this intensity of feeling for you is what caused them to run, to escape, to be in denial about the truth of the connection and the intensity of the emotions and the feelings that they have for you. Okay. Let's see here. How are you each viewing one another? What is your overall energies towards each other right now? Show me what I need to see, Spirit. Okay, your energy towards your person, the Hierophant. Maybe there's an awareness within you that there is a little bit of higher understanding and perspective of this connection, the meaning of it. Your mentality is, what is it teaching me? What is it causing me to see? What is it that this connection is bringing to my awareness that I didn't see before? So there's taking that first step into, also for you, a higher perspective. Above the clouds of the thoughts and the ego, and seeing from a more clear spiritual perspective your person. This also could mean a desire to be tied to them romantically, in union, in marriage of some sort. Their energy towards you. This kind of feels very much a clarifier for the running, escape, denial, and excuses card. I am always kind of brought to this. The Queen of Swords. Water of air. She does operate from the heart, but she is somebody, or this energy describes somebody who is very logical. They have to understand it intelligently in the mind before it can be felt and trusted to proceed down to the heart. So this person might have metaphorical energetic walls put up. They might protect themselves heavily with their ability to communicate. They could be quick-witted or sharp with their words. This is a person who is very intelligent. And a bit of distrust, right? This does feel very interesting with the recognition. Family, blood ties, and inner circle came out in one of the previous recent readings I did, so it's coming out again. And it's just fascinating, like this many cards, right? And I shuffle, and I focus on the question, and that same one comes out. So it's a double message, or a repeating message, that your person feels deeply connected to you. They may already see you as family, and this is the wall, right? Wow, I feel really intense towards this person. I don't trust it. I need to protect myself. And that fear, that distrust is bred from the ego. But this here, this butterfly, it's reminding me of this: recharge, breathe, let go. This is the wisdom that's coming to your person. This divine underlying wisdom is, you're doing this behavior again, or possibly you're doing this behavior for a reason. And it's interconnected to the deep felt feeling of feeling that you're already family. They're already devoted to you in some way. And being that this is a romantic reading, they're already devoted to you romantically. You hold their heart, but they're not willing to let you admit it, or they're not willing to admit it to you, let themselves admit it to you, or possibly let you admit or think in any way that you have their heart. I do see that this kind of feels like somebody just waiting at like the arch, what do you call that, of a wedding with red roses. which speak to love. There's a look on this Queen of Wands face that's she looks youthful and kind, but she has her defenses up in front of her that makes her appear a different way, more hard or cold or dangerous with the words. But if you look at her face, I don't know if you can see it, she's looks like a very peaceful, loving, kind-hearted person. So underneath this wall, this way, or these ways in which your person protects themselves from you in this running energy that they operate from, escaping, they're literally trying to run away from the intensity of what they feel because it doesn't feel safe to feel it. So they deny that it exists. They occupy their mind and their time with other things. And I was called to look at the bottom. So for clarifying, your person is this Page of Cups, which is a very youthful, new, a person who is curious about love, desires to feel love, but is unlearned in the ways of it, how to do it properly, how to, behave or interact with other people in a way to ensure lasting, true, unconditional, loving behaviors. So your person may put up this superior, intelligent wall because underneath they feel new and distrustful of their ability to meet you in the way that you've met them with your emotions. And it could be from heartbreak, right? The wall. I'm going to pull that out. Okay, let's see. Strongest connecting energy between you and your person. Strongest connecting energy between you. Positive energy. This came out again. Your prayers have been heard. Good news is on the way. The universe wants you to have expectancy of positive outcomes in your life. You have the power to manifest what you desire of your highest good by co-creating with Source. Now it's time to celebrate. Strongest connecting energy is good news and positive energy. This for your person does feel like, I don't know, the silhouette or the color on her face kind of feels like the color that would be cast on her face from that sunset or sunrise, whatever it might be. But this hopeful energy, there's an awareness and an intentional choice to look at this with a positive mindset and hope and faith that something will come of it. Good news is the strongest connecting energy. Good news. Let's see here. I want to look up a little bit more. Tell me more about this good news and positive energy as the strongest connecting energy. That's a good, right? Good is in the description. It's a beneficial energy to be in. Feeling good about this connection. Even though there is fear in the wall that your person is putting up, you're seeing it from a higher perspective, and they're being shown to look up to the higher perspective so that they have a chance to as well see it from that same higher, more purposeful perspective. Okay, why good news? Positive energy for the strongest connecting energy. Present. Gratitude, abundance, proactively, tranquility, and success. Attracting. Good news is on the way. The universe wants you to have expectancy of positive outcomes. That is gratitude. That is presence. So for you, this feels, and for your person, there's an effort to be aware of the thoughts, the worries, and where they take the consciousness. Do they take your mind, your thoughts, your consciousness to the future in fears and worries and anticipation, or in the past to old stories replaying, creating more foundation to produce more discomfort for what you expect to come? So this is a message that both of you are actively being mindful of the thoughts that you have towards this connection. You're staying present in gratitude, expecting, finding peace and tranquility by actively pulling the mind back as much as necessary from wherever it takes you that is out of the present moment. So this is having an effect. It's producing a positive energy, and it's weaving an experience to come that is good news, positive energy of a higher power of manifestation, what you desire of your highest good. Co-creating, you're both on a co-creative energy with Source. You both feel as though the strongest connecting energy is manifestation, manifesting one another and having success in doing this. Okay, well, that's really incredible. Okay. And what do we want to do from here? What is your person keeping from you? What is it that they're not saying at this time, not communicating, not expressing their side of the experience? Each time I think we are finally safe, another wound of mine is resurfaced, and I retreat. I retreat, right? This feels like the letting go, the backing off, going into the stillness to understand, to process. Why did that hurt when they did this? Why did I have that reaction when they said this or didn't say that? What is that bred from? And these colors are very similar, right? So it does feel very much so like it's clarifying. And then there's another one on the bottom which is of the same color. So your person is not telling you that you have triggered them. You have hit sore spots within them that had an emotional effect on your person that hurt them. It wasn't you that hurt them. You were just the light that shined on the unconscious experience that was still with them. So a gift that you showed them where to look. Okay, so it says, I retreat until I feel it won't hurt anymore. So 9 of Wands, the wounded warrior. This person has a lot of experience under them belt and many experiences to reinforce the fears that they have. And your person is learning the art of pulling the mind from the past and being present and hopeful and faithful. And knowing that in doing this in the present moment, that tomorrow, the tomorrow, right, will be something more beautiful and in alignment with what they want. Okay, so that's what they're keeping from you. Each time I think we are finally safe, another wound of mine is resurfaced, and I retreat. I retreat until the intensity of that triggered intense emotion goes away or calms. And also, you have awakened in me a hot flame of passion to follow my soul and my true life path. My soul and body wants you. So you have inspired your person in triggering them, in showing them where the wounds are. Your person is understanding themselves more. And this light of awareness is being brought into areas where they didn't understand their behavior. They didn't understand why they did the things that they did, or why things didn't work out with numerous partners in a very similar way. But now they see it. Awareness. With this breathe, this breath, this letting go, like somebody holding their breath and unable to find peace or calm. Your person has found peace, right? Think of someone sitting by the ocean and the beauty of the sound of the waves crashing and the wind and the smell and just the vastness of just beauty. So you have awakened in me a desire to follow my soul and my true life path. Also highly attracted to you. Maybe not telling you this, not letting you know the intensity of their attraction to you, both on a soul level and a physical level. Okay. What's the strongest crossing energy? Strongest crossing energy, love energy between you and your person. Strongest crossing love energy. The ancestor. 3 popped out. The ancestor, the alchemist, the trapped. Very similar colors as well. Beliefs of mothers and fathers passed down. Traditions. This is how it's always been done. There is nothing to be done a different way, and if it's done a different way, that's wrong. This repeated ingraining, right? The influence of society, of parents, of people who influence. So the alchemist came out in the last reading, and then trapped. The way out is the alchemy. To take the experience, to take it and see, what if I turn this way? Is there a door that way? I can't beat my head against this wall anymore trying to go the way I've always gone. I need to stop. I need to regroup. I need to look around. I need to see what other opportunities are around me and what other ways in which I can look at this experience from a different perspective. This is what is required. And it feels like this is the energy, right? That's a conscious, a mental, it's a visual depiction of a mental way of thinking. How do I get out of this loop? How do I get out of this cage? Alchemy. To transform your belief systems right now, to question, why is it that you believe what you believe? Is it because you have firsthand experience that what you believe is the way, or is it because it's something that somebody told you and you chose to take it upon as your own belief? What have you learned from family, from friends, from parents, from loved ones, from society, right? YouTube, movies. What is it ingrained in you that could be serving as this trapped energy? In order to rise above, for both of you, you have to alchemize. You have to become a new mind. And this ancestors, it is like this figure, this vast, large figure that has so much influence, is a dead skeleton. It's no longer living, but its teachings, its beliefs live on in the living mind, in the things we choose to believe and shape our existence around. Like there's this, I don't know if it's a full country or a tribe in Africa where one of the most attractive things for a woman to see in a man is how big of a pot belly he has. And that is their way of life. That is attractive. And if somebody has, what do they call that? Washboard abs in that tribe, they are not attractive. That is not attractive. So now you take that belief and you bring it to the United States of America. How would that stand? Is that the norm? So take a look around you and really ask yourself, are these beliefs and practices really true? Or are they just normal? Are they just what has always been, so they don't get questioned? And this is what you're being asked to do, is question the beliefs of your ancestors, of your parents, of society, and all those figures who have shaped what you believe love and connection is and should be. And again, that coming to me, the same message of red lights, stop signs, brake lights. What is the purpose of a signal light at an intersection? Is it to just make you mad and make you late for work or your date or dinner or whatever, or your coffee? Or is it meant to prevent you from getting T-boned? Meant to make you stop and give others a turn, right? What is it that encases you and makes you feel trapped? And I see this connection here with these skeletons, right? Alchemize what you have been taught and turn it into something new that helps you to open the doors to the cage and the trapped feeling that surrounds your mind. I want to get a clarifier for that. Let's see. Let's get a clarifier for you on your side of this experience, this energy experience of trapped, and one for your person. Spirit, for the collective and the person they're here for, please clarify this crossing energy. Why this is the crossing energy. So for you, we must remember, acceptance. Lay down the armor passed down to you from your family. Release habits that are not serving you and forgive on behalf of generations past. Wow, that's pretty incredible. That right there is one of the coolest things that I think about this practice, this experience. That's exactly the message. What beliefs are you carrying on from your ancestors that are making you unhappy, that are holding you back from what your soul wants? Don't let somebody else's experience trap you and force you to sacrifice your experience and your potential and your beauty in this life experience. You have your own mission. You have your own purpose. You have your own mind and your own eyes in this life for a reason. Use them. I am free of the habits that do not serve me, is your true statement. We must not remember. Okay, and for your person, I am under attack. They will clearly see what they are taking on from the outside influences and are being asked to release. Their energetic boundaries are fortified. Your person, I feel this intensity, this inner circle, this blood ties, this seeing you as family, this already being emotionally and solely and wholly tied to you, but unwilling in the ego to admit it, is this. I am under attack, and this is why I run. This is why I deny. This is why I make excuses. This is why I go silent. This is why I try to escape. Something about the way you make this person feel makes them feel unsafe in their nervous system. And it puts them in a fight or flight response. And they act accordingly. Feeling I am under attack. When you're under attack, you either fight or you flight. It depends on, who you are as a person and what the circumstances are. But if they feel I am under attack, they're going to run. And this is where they're at. This is why they may have pulled away. You have awakened in me the passion to follow my soul and true life path. Each time I think we are finally safe, another wound of mine resurfaces. And I pull back, I run, I retreat until I feel it won't hurt anymore. You make this person feel very intensely. And this is the truth, regardless of what you see on the stage of life. This is what's happening behind the scenes, what's going on underneath it all. And there is a world of experience that is happening inside the mind and the emotions and the experience of a person. And think about all the thoughts you have in one day. And how many of those do you think that your best friend or parent or whomever is close to you understands or knows, right? Our thoughts are our own. Your person is being called to turn around and face what it is that they feel triggered by. and to find solace and sovereignty in that I am strong. Transmutation, I don't know who I am. All right. What do we have here? What does Spirit want you to bring your awareness to? At this moment, as you're listening to this reading, with whatever is happening in your mind and externally with this person, what does Spirit want you to see and bring your awareness to? Turn and look at this. What is that? Together in the light. I give thanks for everyone who enters my life, recognizing that we are all exactly where we need to be. Each person contributes to my growth, and every interaction is a gift. Didn't I say that? What a gift. Is a gift meant to help me overcome my inner conflicts. By focusing on my own development rather than others' faults, I align with the divine. I saw a quote today that was very simple but very profound. What did it say? Bringing my focus back to me is how I take my power back. This person is in your life simultaneously to show you something about yourself. Being the crossing energy, this is to challenge what it is that you have been taught and to trust God before you trust people. God is your answer, God is your truth, and your truth and your God lies in your intuition, your gut feeling. It is in what your soul, your heart, your everything is calling you to do. Together in the light. What is it that you are sacrificing in order to maintain tradition? And I don't know if I showed this to you. Together in the light. All right, and let's get some guidance on what you are being called to do moving forward. Spirit, what would you like to say to the collective for their highest good as actionable advice? What would you like to say to the collective, Spirit? What would you like to say to the collective? Anything else? Okay. I am enough. I am beautiful just as I am. I am loved just as I am. I am worthy just by being me. I don't need to fit in. I just need to be myself, and the right people will come into my life. Those who see and appreciate me for all that I am, and an image of a mirror. How can you, at looking at this person and feeling into the ways in which they make you feel and the ways in which possibly they've triggered you, and also noticing the colors I chose to put behind me today. What are you being called to see? What is this person reflecting to you that is in your shadows, that is unseen on your side of this experience? And on the bottom, I was called to look, releasing anger. Anger is a natural emotion, but I recognize that holding on to it can be toxic for me. I look at the person who has caused me pain and see them as the human being they are. I release the anger I feel and free myself. Freeing myself and expanding to love. We're not meant to come here and to have a smooth, easy life of just bliss, because then why are we here? We're here to step into a supercharged potential path of enlightenment and expansion. in this human body, in this existence on the physical plane, we can expand and grow and become more in alignment with the great law of one and truth, more so than any non-physical existence we could possibly be in. Recharge. Recharge on the bottom as well for your person here. Another word, right? Recharge at the top. I invite magic into my life always. Every day I grow my connection to this earth. If I am ever feeling low, I simply step outside and appreciate the natural miracles in this life. Being in nature lifts my spirits and recharges my energies. So this could be a message for you that if you are spending too much time indoors, it would be beneficial and healing and restorative and recharging to step outside of doors into the natural world, into the beauty that God gave you in this world. Next to a river, at a park, in the mountains, on the ocean, wherever it is, what's available to you, a message and guidance to go outside. This will help you to recharge and restore in any ways in which you feel depleted. Together in the light. Together with your Creator in the natural world, in the light outside. There are some really interesting studies that show that the introduction of synthetic soles worn on shoes they significantly skyrocketed, diabetes or something like that. Our feet need to touch earth, and this is proven. It's pretty incredible. I sleep at night with a grounding mat in my bed. So when I lay down, it takes just 30 seconds, sometimes a minute. I'll start to feel some really intense kind of nerve feelings in my feet. Sometimes it's really intense depending on if, I've been on my feet all day or if I'm retaining water or whatever is happening. And I can really feel that that grounding energy helping to clear and help with inflammation and, rebalance me. So if it permits and wherever you are, take your shoes off and, in a safe place, right, where there's no broken glass or anything, put your feet on the ground. Maybe go sit on a bench and slide your sandals off and just breathe and be present with the sounds, with the feeling of the wind, whatever's happening. Get outside. And release anger and remind yourself that you are exactly what you need to be and where you need to be in your experience right now. Okay, and I'm going to get one angel number to close the reading out. Spirit, what would you like to say to the collective? What would you like to say to the viewer? For their highest good and greatest expansion, what would you like to communicate? $9999 New You. And that's so interesting. I was laying down these cards that I pulled for advice, and I noticed red, blue, and green, which is earth, fire, and water. Ground yourself, follow your passions, feel your emotions. And I was like, where's the yellow? And then what came out would be an angel with a sword. And swords are represented elementally by yellow, air energy, ego, identity. So, new you. The new you is a radiant expression of divine light and love. Embraced by the angels and guided by your own inner wisdom, you are called to step into your full potential and be the shining light you wish to see in others. Remember, you hold the power to heal yourself and the world. And you are doing no benefit or good to yourself, to your experience, and to all those who you would interact with and impact in this life if you are living somebody else's belief system and story. This is easier said than done when there's a lifetime of influence, of familial beliefs, money beliefs, religious beliefs, shame, guilt, expectation, criticism, whatever it is, you are infinite and you are sovereign. And my hope for all of you is that you find this in this experience. Your truth, your power, your passion. And I'm going to leave the reading there. I hope it was helpful for you in some way. And if it was, please let me know. Take the time to like, share, comment, subscribe. It helps my channel to grow. It does. It helps a lot. And sending you all so much love. And I will talk to you very soon.